Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This morning I left home about I suppose 7:45 to 8 a.m. and it was about 3 degrees at my place, and currently we're sitting on 6 degrees Celsius, going out for a ride with a couple of guys from South Australian Adventure Bike Riders, Michael and John, meeting up at a place called Valhalla, and I'm expecting it's going to be about 2 to 3 degrees at Valhalla. It's in a bit of a valley. Sun's just coming up, so it's probably been rising over that peak there for about the last half an hour or so, so I'm starting to feel its rays. Thank you. Days are getting longer here in South Australia, which is great for us adventure bike riders. So looking forward to daylight savings coming back when we see the sun coming up around 6:30 in the morning and setting about 8:30 p.m. at night, and obviously a lot warmer than that. I don't like riding under 12 degrees Celsius, but it is what it is. I've got plenty of layers on this morning, and as the day goes on we'll peel those layers off. As I was coming through the valley just then, a lot of cars were covered in ice. There's a lot of frost around on the ground. See just over the paddocks here, I'm not sure if you can see it, it's all frosty. That'll soon disappear as that sun pops over the peak there. See on the little conifers there, they're all frosted up. Yeah, it's generally mornings like this you find kangaroos sitting on the side of the road because they're trying to pick up the heat off the road, trying to warm up, and obviously you sort of disturb them as you come along, and they tend to like to jump in front of you. So far so good. So yeah, so today we're doing a bit of a easy ride through the hills, a few dirt roads. Mike's done the planning on this one here. I think it's a few tracks that we've ridden before. I just got to stop and have a look at this. Okay, let's have a look here. We've got a bit of frosted field. So I don't know if you can see that, but check that out. It's all icy, a bit of mist over the field. Absolutely beautiful. I love watching the sun come over the crest and you see the frost slowly evaporate as the sun hits it, the shadow drops. Beautiful. Anyway, back to what we're here for. So yeah, so Mike's organised this ride. It should be a good one. We'll have the standard sort of bakery, coffee and pub involved. We're riding out probably about 40-50 kilometres, and then we're trekking back towards Adelaide City. Here we are, Woodside. No, Bahana. Get it right, Marty. First thing, meeting the guys here. Here they are, all ready to go. Oh, zip over here, get some fuel. 1 degree Celsius, bugger that. So we've had a briefing at Valhalla. We fueled up, and Mike's decided that today we're going to record this on our GPSs so we can do it in the future and maybe turn it into a GPX ride for our Facebook group and take out say 30 or 40 riders on this trip. I think we're probably looking at about 200 to 300 kilometres today. Just going to let the guys pass me so I can get some good footage. Okay, here we go. So on this ride today, what do we have? We have two Tenere 700s and a Triumph 800, I believe, and a BMW GS. How good is this? Have a look at those rolling hills, green rolling hills, beautiful. I do love exploring the Adelaide Hills. You come across a lot of little towns like this one here, being Harrogate. There's a lot of history in the towns. This area is, I suppose, famous for copper mining. Yeah, a lot of the English and Cornish miners come over in the 1850s and like and established mines. There's not a lot of it in the area anymore. There is a large mine over towards Camaraderie, which is probably about 20-25 k's away from here. I think they've just shut that down recently. They've ran out of copper, or the copper price isn't quite correct for them, so they've just put that on hold for now. Just rolling into Mount Pleasant. It's been a nice little ride there through the hills. It's actually warmed up a little bit, which is great, but I'm still feeling the cold on the tips of the fingers. So just going to stop up the road here and get a coffee and something to eat. Nice little town. Very popular for motorbike riders to stop in this town in Mount Pleasant. You've got a nice little motorbike shop on the right here, Lee Spot on motorcycles. He sells CF Moto and also Sherco motorcycles. And he's got a lot of parts for other brands as well. So if you're ever in trouble with a tube or something like that, just pop in there and have a word to those guys there. They're very helpful for all motorbike riders, road, adventure, motocross, everything. And they provide a lot of support for a lot of motorcycle events in the area. So that's Lee's Spot on Motorcycles, Mount Pleasant, South Australia. So here we are in front of the Mount Pleasant Bakery and Cafe. Gonna grab a bite to eat here. Boys are looking good. How you doing? Everyone's happy? Good? They don't care. Care factor 0.
What are you up to?
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
That's good. Enjoy the ride.
Fingers.
How's the fingers? They're starting to go blue, mate.
Yeah.
You need to go buy a pie and just hold the pie in your hand.
I think I might do that and a cappuccino.
Excellent. Okay, let's go in and get a drink and a pie and yeah, see if we can warm up a little bit.
Sorry?
They've got butter in them ready to go.
Okay.
The muffins are warm, Marty.
The water warm?
The muffins are warm, just
Yeah.
into the oven, so that will warm your hands.
Judge of that. Oh, how
Yeah.
good's that?
Yeah,
Wonderful.
And the pastry rolls with the diet. Yeah.
How's that ride?
Good, yeah.
Good? Enjoying it?
Getting to know the bike slowly.
How's the GS going?
Yeah, it's a whole different mindset from a K16.
Yeah.
Like I said to John last time we went out last week, I've never been so relaxed on a dirt road on a motorcycle in my life.
Yep, there was a couple of slippery spots there. I was following you and just sort of watching you there, and
yep.
A couple of times the back end flicked out on you.
Yep, and getting to know that different geometry of the bike. And
oh, excellent, no worries.
A few little half-inch heart attacks, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
Excellent. John, all good?
Yeah, all good. Yep, enjoyed
Happy
it.
days.
Thank you.
Cheers. Alrighty, that's the bakery done. First bakery for the day. Just leaving Mount Pleasant. Had a good, say, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, bit of a chit chat about riding around Australia. Fair bit about riding up into Flinders Ranges. I've got, what am I doing? Next weekend, next Thursday I'm heading up to the Flinders Ranges for a Flinders Classic pre-ride. That's where all the lead riders of the Flinders Classic get together and we go up there and sort of pre-ride all the tracks to make sure everything's right and all the ducks are in a row, that sort of stuff. So going up there with Stewie Dicebberg, who runs Flinders Classic and various other events up there, so looking forward to that.
I'll just make sure we're on the right track.
No worries, mate. Looking good. Sorry, mate. I saw that water, I had to take it. I actually tried to splash him. It's a bit cruel, isn't it? He'll love it. And he'll be watching this. You know what they say, payback's a bitch. I'm sure he'll get me one day. Yep, we're going to turn right onto a road called Nugget Road. It does say private road up this end, but it's actually called Nugget Road. It isn't completely a private road. It actually goes through to Deloraine Road. There's a gnarly little track between the forests. Beam we go past. I'm going to film him. Just sitting at the back of the track so I can get some footage. Yeah, just at the back of the pack here. You never know what's going to happen. And guys are starting to rise up off their seats. It's not that steep, but just more of a comfort thing, I think. I'm standing up at the moment. Normally I wouldn't on this track. Coming the other way I do, because here you're going downhill, the other way you're coming uphill. It's not a steep track. But it's certainly one of those tracks could easily catch you out if you're not paying attention. Surface changes a bit through here. Go from this sort of a tidy sort of stuff down to some loose gravel. It is a logging tracks for the pine forest, so sometimes you'll get logging trucks coming up through here, but that's very rare. Got a lot of motorbikes through here as well. They tend to more come from the other way. Come up from the city in the morning, come up right around Mount Crawford, then head back to the city in the afternoon. Get the camera rolling through here, I reckon. Coming up to a steep little section, a bit of a drop away. Track gets a little bit rocky, a little bit narrower. I don't think these guys will have any problems. It's a good beginner track, this one. Get a bit of a drop away here. Keep it rolling, keep it rolling, it's all good. Playing the front brake. Try not to use my back brake as much as I used to be wearing out the back brakes pretty quick. So today I don't think I've used the back brake at all. I've just been using the front brake. So I'm just playing around with that a little bit just to see what the slippage is like on the front tyre. I've got the Motoz Adventures tyres on. The Motoz Adventure tyres, John asked me earlier on what I thought of them. Excellent, absolutely excellent. Front and rear, not everyone puts the same brand on the front as the rear. I just, for simplicity, went for the same front and back, and seems to be doing okay. It's done well in sand, done well in mud. Yeah, just ride it, it is what it is. The way I said, if it's a little bit slippery, you know, it's no different to riding on a slippery road. You know, just ride it, just do it. But obviously if you can come up with better options of tyres, better grip, you're all good. I think he pointed to say, go through that. Okay. Where do we go? Go straight for the middle because it's a stone base. It's all stone base under the puddles around here. It's a fairly well maintained track. As I said, the earlier section there you get logging trucks along it. You don't get them along this section here. It's a little bit tight. A little bit rutted out. It is middle winter. Come spring though, the local council will grade this, fix it up. It's interesting, you come up here, then it says dry weather road. Didn't say that at the beginning of the track. Thumbs up all around, everyone's happy. Oh, sorry about that, Barf. I thought the GS needed a bit of dirt on it. It's pretty much a brand new GS, that. I think it is anyway. I thought I would just get a little bit of dirt on it there before. As you know, that was unintentional. I didn't mean that. Oops, I did say I meant it, didn't I, earlier on? He'll get me back. That's the thing about adventure riding, adventure riders. You know, you establish a great camaraderie between riders. You know, even if you just met each other like 5 minutes ago, it doesn't take very long before you're almost like old mates. You know, this gentleman here, just met him this morning, getting on really well. 99% of the riders you'll get on really well with, and then there's this, then there's just one rider that annoys everyone. Yeah, that's usually me. Well, Mike, I know you'll be watching this. Well, hopefully you've stayed tuned right up until this point. You haven't sort of faded out right at the beginning. Done an awesome job, mate, on this ride, putting it together. Great tracks, a bit of good mix of hard top and just average sort of tracks to ride on. Great scenery. So it's going to make a good GPS track for sure. And you'll find these tracks, the GPS tracks that we do, up on our Facebook site, South Australian Adventure Bike Riders. Facebook site, South Australian Adventure Bike Riders. Repeat that, so everyone gets it. Go on, join up. Don't forget to accept the terms of the group. Fairly straightforward. Click that little box and you're pretty much in. And you'll find in the files section a whole bunch of files for South Australia adventure bike riding, and you'll see a lot of good tips and great photos and stuff like that. You know, it's a very active group. We have, I think, 3,500 members thereabouts. Started about 5 years ago by myself to try to bring adventure bike riders together in South Australia. I think I've achieved that because we get about 40-50 riders out on the ride on the weekend, going out together in organised rides. That's pretty good. And yeah, so get onto it, South Australian Adventure Bike Riders. Check us out. Get involved if you're travelling from interstate or even international. You're coming to South Australia, get onto the group and say you're here, announce yourself, and we can give you a bit of support, I suppose. If anything goes wrong on your trip, we might be able to support you there. We have members all over the state, all over Australia, all over the world, I suppose, but get on there and let us know what you need a hand with, and maybe it's just, you know, ideas of where to ride. I watch a lot of YouTube stuff and watch Facebook groups and stuff like that, and hear of people coming to South Australia, going up to the Flinders Ranges, been riding up through there, and they're looking for advice as to where to ride. So get onto us, ask us.
Left and right, and then didn't realise that the crest was actually a bend, and I was running out of verge by the time I got back on track.
You got the verge. Nearly at the end of this ride for today. Two of the guys have set off, gone their own way, and Mike and I, we're just going to head back down to Adelaide by the back roads, kind of pop into AMX motorcycle supply store on Main North Road in outside Adelaide, and just check out a few parts. Mike wants to pick up a Quadlock mount bike, and hopefully I can resist buying anything in that motorcycle shop, which would be bloody damn hard. Anyway, check out what's going on here. We've got a bike rider on the side of the road. He doesn't look too concerned there. Nice bike. That's one thing about the motorcycle riding community, is that, you know, you see somebody in trouble, bike, you pull over, you give them a hand or you give them a wave, and, you know, if they look a little bit distressed or they've got issues, you know, most times a bike rider will pull over the other bike rider, trying to help them get out of trouble. Maybe just a quick talk, a bit of advice, or, you know, maybe it's they've got to lock up their bike and jump on the back of your bike and you take them to get whatever they need. Mike's pulling over. Let's see what's going on here.
Gonna balance some fluid.
Oh, okay, no worries. So Mike's just hopped off the bike just to balance some fluids, so we won't film him doing that. Just have a look at his bike. How good does that look there? He's got his sticker design on it. It starts from a UK flag up the front down to an Australian flag down the back. Looking really good. Nice neat bike. It's one of the better looking bikes around in Tenere series. Who made your stickers, Mike?
They were Crispy Designs.
Crispy Designs. UK?
Yep, based in the UK, but sell anywhere in the world.
Yep.
These are nearly 2 years old.
Yep.
Original plan was just to get some clear transfers, just to protect the plastics.
Yep.
But these were basically the same price. He designed it.
Excellent.
As I asked, no extra charge.
That's great.
And shipped them here within about a week.
Within a week. How awesome is that? That's amazing. And I see you're running the Seat Concepts seat now. How's that?
Yep. For my tender nether region.
Yep. Happy with it?
It's probably taken about 1,000 Ks to break in.
Yep.
But now it's comfy. You jump on it, you go, oh, I've wasted my money.
Yeah.
But now I'm pretty...
When you say break it in, was it softened up or is this bolted to your butt?
But you also have to learn where to sit.
Yep.
So if you sit further forward, you get one comfort. If you then sit further back, it puts you on a slightly different
Excellent.
area. So
easy to take off?
Oh, yeah.
Just like the normal Tenere seat? Yeah, easy done. Oh, it looks good, mate. Excellent. I might have to look into that.
Yeah, well, if you look at all the things you spend on your bike, the seat is one thing you're on every ride.
It just seems motorbike companies just can't get the seats right.
No, that's right.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what the BMW seats are like, but every bike I've sort of ridden is just, seats are so uncomfortable.
Well, it amazes me that some manufacturers sell a comfort seat.
Yep.
Which means they're acknowledging that their standard seat isn't comfortable.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe the comfort seat should be the standard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. It's obviously they're trying to make a little bit more money out of the after sales parts.
Manufacturers would never get away with it.
No. That's awesome. So we haven't got a lot of dirt road left. Actually, we've got about 70 metres, I reckon, until we're back onto the tarmac. There's tarmac all the way back to Adelaide.
No, we'll find a bit more dirt.
All right. I'm following you.
Easy.
Well, that was close. That's a good thing about not being a leader on these rides. You can watch the forward bike and see what they're doing. If they hit the anchors suddenly, something's around the corner. So yeah, here we go, another one. And the cars are not expecting us to come around, but we keep to the side of the road. So here we are, AMX, Main North Road, south side of Adelaide. We're just going to go and see Beck in here, the manager, staff, and we're going to spend Mike's money. Mike's richer than me, so we'll spend his money, see what we can buy. It's always dangerous going into these stores. It's a bit like going to the big hardware stores like the Bunnings and the like. Go in for a packet of screws and come out with a barbecue. Not that we're going to get a barbecue here, but you never know. Well, that officially brings us to the end of another wonderful ride up in the Adelaide Hills. We've just been into AMX Superstore on Main North Road, and we didn't spend any money. Mike didn't spend any money. He checked on an order that he's got coming through, a new Quadlock, and it wasn't available, but apparently it's going to be here in the next few days, not next week. So that's all good. So heading home now, just got to cross along the edge of Adelaide City and up to wonderful Coromandel Valley. So yeah, just wind our way through the traffic and we'll be there. But anyway, it's turned out to be a great day today. Absolutely wonderful. I think it's now 15 degrees. When we started off it was around 1 degrees. So 15 degrees Celsius, which is not too bad for this time of the year considering it's the middle of winter. Nice and sunny. Hopefully this is an indication of change of the seasons. And we've got a bit more riding coming up. Alright guys,
as usual with all channels, please like, subscribe, share, all that sort of stuff. Really helps the channel out, gets it going, and yeah, we'll see you on the next trails. So I believe the next adventure is going to be the Flinders Ranges. Next week I'm going to be doing that and hopefully get a bit of footage there. It's a pre-ride for the Flinders Classic, so I'll go up there and check out all the tracks and the like and get it ready for our big ride at the end of August, where we'll take 120 adventure bike riders up there and show them around the wonderful Flinders Ranges. If you've been following other channels such as, I think Man Bike Swag just did a really good, I think 5 or 6 part series on the Flinders Ranges, absolutely wonderful. There's quite a few out there. Just Google Flinders Ranges, motorbike riding, ADV and all that sort of stuff and you'll find it. Anyway, thanks guys, catch you later, catch you on the next one, have a great one.